what you can expect from a hypnotherapy session. Welcome back to another video. I'm Max Hindle and I help entrepreneurs reprogram their life, rewire their minds for happiness, success, abundance, fulfillment, confidence, you name it, I do it. And in today's video, I'm going to be explaining exactly how and what you can expect from a hypnotherapy session, how it works, and the little bits that you can get from it. So before we get started, make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post, so that you can understand how you reprogram your subconscious mind. So hypnosis is a very simple thing to understand. All it is, essentially, is just a very relaxed state of focus. So for example, if you have ever watched a film, you've ever read a book, you've ever even been on TikTok or Instagram and you've been scrolling, and hours go by, that means you were hypnotized to whatever you were doing. If you've driven on a road, if you drive obviously, and you lost just 10 minutes, you just can't remember those last 10 minutes, that's called highway hypnosis. Every morning when you wake up, every night before you go to bed, you go into that state of hypnosis. You access that theta state of mind. And if you want to understand the theta state of mind, click this video up here so that you can understand the theta state of mind. But what you will understand and what you will get with hypnosis in a session specifically is that you will go very relaxed. You will either sit back, you may tip forward, your limbs will become heavy, you'll breathe deeper, and you'll just feel completely and fully relaxed. It's just like meditation, it's just like having the most relaxing massage ever, but more of a massage for the mind. Although you can get some physical benefits from it as well. My goal with hypnosis specifically is not to tell you where to go. I like you to choose where you want to go. For example, I would personally, if I was going to a magical or mystical place, I will go to a beach because I love beaches, that's me. Some people can't stand beaches, some people hate beaches, they hate the sand. So if I tell you to go to a beach, some people, now you may like it, but some people may go, no, why would I go to that beach? So I like to allow the person I'm working with to choose where they want to go. Because when that happens, you can be more relaxed, you can go deeper into your subconscious, which allows you to unfold any past fears, traumas, phobias, pains, hurts, shames, guilts, worries, stresses, anything like that. And that is moving on to the next step is things may pop up that you haven't seen for a long time, you haven't thought about for a long time, you haven't felt for a long time. And yes, this is going to be hard. But before you click off this video now and say, right, hypnosis is not for me, what I want you to understand is change doesn't happen in an easy manner. In order for a butterfly to be formed, a caterpillar must go into a cocoon and spend, I don't know exactly how long, but spend a certain amount of time in the cocoon in order to turn into a butterfly. A snake must shed their skin in order to allow their new skin to come through. In order for a lobster to become a bigger lobster, it first must shed its shell, be very vulnerable for the time being, just for the time being. It grows a new shell, which gives it a stronger armor and allows it to be bigger. Now, in order for us to grow, we must allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We must allow ourselves to let go of whatever needs to be let go of. And the way we do that is allowing our subconscious mind to get into that theta state of mind. When you're in that theta state of mind, you're very suggestible and you're also very uneasy to figure out different things, to remember. So that was the first time I felt that anxiety. That was the first time I felt that fear. That was the first time I had that phobia. Because phobias, 99% of the time, especially people I've worked with, everyone that I've worked with, it stems down to a specific period in their life where they had a phobia of something, or they didn't have this phobia. Let's say frogs, for example. I used to have a phobia of frogs. Someone put a frog net on my head with a frog in it. So I screamed, and it was just the worst thing ever. That I associated, which will be my next step, I associated frogs with fear, run, get out of here, because I remember I ran with this net on my head and just went crazy, went absolutely ballistic. So anytime I saw a frog, I triggered the emotional response of run, get out of here, fear, scream, So I had to unwire that and realize that was why it happened. Because when we understand where it came from, we can just let it go. And we can just let it go. Now, some people put down a bag of rocks. I personally put stuff off a cliff. Some people may let go of a balloon. Some people may see the tide washing it out. There's many different ways. And again, I won't tell you what to do because this is you. This is your hypnosis. This is your hypnotherapy. And if you do want any hypnotherapy, head over to my website, www.maxhindle.com, and we can get on with that, and I can help you reprogram your subconscious mind. And also do regression, and I love doing regressions. Especially you can do past life regressions, you can do current life regressions, you can even do future regressions if you want. I suppose it's not regression, but you can go into your future and create in here so that you're mentally rehearsing so that it comes to you. Sort of going into the law of attraction. If you want to know any law of attraction, anything like that, click these videos. But when you start to reprogram yourself for these things specifically, you start to become it. But the main thing to understand is that you're associating either negative or positive. For example, you want to stop smoking. In hypnosis, you and me, associate pain, guilt, hurt, shame, trauma with that of smoking if you want to stop smoking. We associate that of anxiety with, I can switch that on its head to something more empowering, something more positive, something more powerful. Confidence, freedom, happiness, joy. Because when you associate, in general, for example, you can say, yeah, I remember that night out and that was just awful. I remember everything that went on that night when we went to that place. I now don't like that place. Or you've probably done this without hypnosis. If you've ever had an alcoholic drink that you just absolutely threw up on, you just went crazy and you just like literally just you couldn't hold it down. When you smell it now, it makes you want to throw up. Because your neuro association to the alcohol or any food, it could be anything, is that of it brings up the remembered pattern, the remembered time, the association. So if we can, and that's exactly what we do, we associate, and this is possible to do on your own. If you don't know what you're doing, it's like learning a new language, and it's like we just pronounce things wrong, essentially. We're pronouncing things wrong in our mind, and we just start to get them a bit muddled up. So I definitely recommend, if it's not me, find someone else. But if you do want to work with me, send me a message on Instagram or head over to my website. But other than that, we can just completely switch them. And once we've done that, you just let it go. You literally just let it go, as I said. But what happens is, after the session, you begin to feel a lot lighter, and physically lighter, like, has just been lifted off my shoulders, or maybe I'm just not feeling as squeezed and as tense anymore, as tight anymore. I'm just not. And when you begin to let it go, that energy just begins to release, and it does feel like, what is going on? This just feels weird. And it's kind of like this. Like, imagine if you shook something up. If you shook something up, you get all the bubbles. Eventually, as bubbles begin to settle and your new programs start to play out. And that's what I say to people. Don't expect these shifts to just happen in the session specifically. They can do, and they have. But the best thing is that they play out over the next weeks, because you've got to do your homework. You've got to continue doing this. This is a lifestyle change. This isn't just a diet. Hypnosis isn't a diet. Hypnosis is to help you shift your lifestyle, because when you shift your lifestyle, you become you act as if you are the person who lives confident, who lives happy, abundant, free, joyful, whatever it is. So you will notice these shifts after having hypnosis. You will associate positive things with the things that you want to do. You will associate negative things with things you don't want to do. And you will be able to completely change your subconscious programs in a very short period of time. Now, if you do want to work with me, as I said, head over to my website or send me a message. But other than that, I hope this video has given you some information, some inspiration to help you change your life, to give you some information to change your life, to share this information with someone to help them change their life. Other than that, please feel free to subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified whenever I post, posting 3 times a week. But other than that, I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. I hope you keep spreading love, kindness, and so much positivity. Hey, yeah.